is kind of my interpretation or my experience with my coming out story. So I don't know if any of you can relate.
Woo!
But I hope you can. I also don't hope you can. Actually, I take that back. I take that back completely. Okay, so this one is called, The Beauty of an Oreo Cookie. I came out when I was 17. Or rather, it spilled from my lungs over laughter and Oreo cookies in my parents' basement. My mother sent me a string of text messages from the 3rd floor up. I can't believe you would do this to us. What you're doing is wrong. What will God think? I ignored the messages, I laughed more, I ate more Oreo cookies, and I went to sleep. The next morning, I tiptoed up the basement stairs as if avoiding the sound of the creaking floorboards meant I could avoid the sound of my mother's heartbreak. She cried and asked me what I was doing. I cried and said I didn't know, all I knew was that I was in love. But she said that shoes were not made for 2 left feet and that cake toppers could not be made out of 2 women and that I would never be a mother. And I tried to tell her that this is the first time in my life I put on a pair of shoes that fit and that I didn't like cake anyway and that she should have never been a mother. 3 years later, I met a boy. He was a football player, he opened my car doors for me, and he listened to me when I told him no. And I'm sure my mother couldn't wait to tell her church friends that her daughter had been saved, had gotten through her phase, had regained her sanity, and I wanted to tell her that each day I spent with him, I felt more like drowning than being saved, that being straight felt like the phase, that spending forever with a man would be my one-way ticket to insanity, so I broke up with the boy. I started dressing like a boy. I told my mother I could never love a boy, and I was met with silence. Now, my mother hides her disapproval behind a soft smile, and her acknowledgement of my lifestyle is spoken through a set of clenched teeth. She said I will always be her daughter, and she said she will always love me, and she says these things like they are some kind of reward. But what she doesn't know is that I reward myself every day with laughter and Oreo cookies and the kind of love for myself I never waited around for her to give me.